Gragnano potentially sends EIU to the postseason. Volleyball pushes the win streak to 6 games, and football takes a page out of Matt Eberflus's playbook and loses in heartbreaking fashion. Hi, my name is Gabe Newman, and this is your EIU Sports Weekly Catchup. Junior forward Gragnano scored a late brace in EIU men's soccer's 3-1 win over Western Illinois on Saturday. In a game between two teams fighting for the last couple places in the OVC postseason tournament, Eastern and Western Illinois put it all on the line for 3 points that would see the winner get a big boost in qualifying for the postseason, while the loser would be left to scrap it out against two of the best teams in the league. It was the Leathernecks who opened the scoring thanks to a goal inside the first 10 minutes, but just on the stroke of halftime, Ben Griffiths turned in a goal from a set piece to level it. A physical battle in midfield dominated the early portion of the second half, but in the last 15 minutes, it was Eastern that was playing on the front foot. The Panthers started creating quality chance after quality chance, and it culminated in Fabrizio Roberti picking up the ball off a deflection and squaring it to Gragnano, who slotted it in with a first-time left-footed shot to give the Panthers the lead. That lead held, and the points were confirmed with a second goal from him. Gragnano had a left-footed shot back across the goal and into the corner of the net. The Brazilian was overcome with emotion at the end of the game and talked about his struggles with injuries and his journey as a college soccer player so far.
Well, I mean, it was very emotional for me because this year, 2025, has been very tough for me. I came off 2 very serious injuries, one after another in my hamstring, which I arrived injured, after summer. And it took me a while to get back fit, and then lost the whole preseason. My first good minutes were against UIC, the second game of the season. And then after 3 games, I tore my shoulder and I have all the ligaments tore right now. And I've been playing through sacrifice, through love to the bed and to the coaching staff who brought me in. I think I lost 6 games after my injury, so I've been out for more than half of the season so far. And it's very emotional because, like I said, it's been a very tough year, and to be rewarded by God to be here, scored twice, do the game winner, and win the 3 points for us, it's just an amazing feeling.
The Panthers now sit at 11 points, tied with SIUE for 4th as the season shifts into the final week with 2 more games to go. Gragnano was named the OVC Offensive Player of the Week, as well as the Daily Eastern News Male Panther of the Week. Shintaro Endo was an OVC Notable Performer. Women's soccer finishes the regular season in 4th place after losing 2-0 against Tennessee Tech. The Golden Eagles used that win to clinch the regular season title for the 4th consecutive year. Eastern will host the first-round game between SEMO and Southern Indiana and will play the winner in the quarterfinals on Sunday. The Panthers finished the regular season with a winning record for the first time since 2004. While they have lost 3 straight going into Sunday's game, they have the advantage of playing at home against the team that had to play on Thursday, while Eastern can sit back and rest while getting a good look at its next opponent. EIU Volleyball stretched the win streak to 6 games with an emotional series sweep of both Western Illinois and Little Rock. On Tuesday, the Panthers defended home court again by completing the season series sweep over the Leathernecks. Destiny Walker was unavailable for the Panthers, but they were able to win in her absence by taking down Western Illinois in 4 sets. The Panthers won the first 2 25-22 and 26-24. The Leathernecks held Eastern off in set 3 25-23, but EIU ended it by winning the 4th set 25-14. On Friday, Eastern began a big series down in Arkansas, taking on Little Rock in a battle for second place. It was all Panthers on Friday as they swept the Trojans 25-22, 25-23, and 25-21. Saturday's game, though, was a battle, as EIU had to come from behind twice to win it in 5. Set 1 went to the Trojans 25-11. EIU responded by winning set 2 25-19. Set 3 was a tight one that went Little Rock's way 25-23, but then the Panthers stormed back to win set 4 28-26 before finishing off the Trojans with a 15-10 win in the 5th set. Katie Kopshever led the team Friday with 14 kills, and Walker led on Saturday with 19. Defensively, Ariadna Pareles totaled 78 digs across the 3 games and was awarded OVC Defensive Player of the Week for the 2nd time this season. She's also the Daily Eastern News Female Panther of the Week. Lily Amidas and Catalina Roshikes were both recognized as OVC notable performers. Eastern now sits alone in second place, 2 games behind a Moorhead State team that's sitting at a perfect 10-0. EIU football lost its third straight game, 17-16, to Charleston Southern on Saturday. The Panthers were in South Carolina for the second ever meeting between these two programs, and it looked a lot like last year's game. Both teams struggling to do anything with the football, and a low-scoring game was the result. The Panthers had the lead for the majority of the game, and a Joe McNabb touchdown reception late in the third quarter and a Drew Schiller field goal early in the fourth made it a 13-point Panther lead. However, Eastern couldn't keep the Buccaneers at bay, and Charleston Southern scored 2 touchdowns late to take a 1-point lead. Not to fear, though, because Cole LaCrue and the offense had a minute 57 to work with and got some help from some untimely Buccaneer penalties to get into Schiller's field goal range. A 35-yarder stood between the Panthers and a win, but the kick was blocked, and Charleston Southern escaped with the W. Eastern is now 3-5 and 2-3 in the OVC Big South. Cole LaCrue completed 10 of his 18 passes for 121 yards and 1 touchdown and added 81 on the ground as the team's leading rusher. Men's swim beat Olivet Nazarene in an away meet on Saturday. The team took home first place in the men's 400 medley relay, 1,000-yard freestyle, 100-yard backstroke, 100-yard breaststroke, and 100-yard freestyle. The women also won the 400-yard medley relay as well as the 100 and 200-yard backstroke and the 100 and 200-yard butterfly. As a team, the men won 158 to 117, while the women lost 133 to 128. Both golf teams took ninth at their respective tournaments to close out the fall season. Reese Claybrook had the best round of the weekend for the EIU men's team on Sunday, shooting 73, which was tied for 17th. His 2-day total was 152. As for the women, they competed at the Evansville Braun Intercollegiate. Maya Mirosha finished in the top 10 for Eastern with a 2-day total of 154. Finally, here's what's coming up this week. It's a big week for soccer. Women's soccer is hosting postseason games at Lakeside Field, while the men are trying to get into the OVC tournament. Men's soccer will take on Lindenwood on Thursday and then SIUE on the final day of the regular season on Sunday. That game is immediately following women's soccer's quarterfinals game against the winner of Southern Indiana and SEMO. Cross country has the OVC championships coming up. It's hosted by EIU on Friday beginning at 9 a.m. Volleyball is back at the Gardella Family Court this week. EIU takes on UT Martin on Thursday and Friday. Football is back at home as well for Family Weekend as Eastern takes on UT Martin as well. And finally, women's and men's basketball begins their seasons. Women's basketball hosts Drake for the Kids' Day game on Monday at noon, while the men travel to Valparaiso for the season opener on Tuesday night. For updates on everything going on in EIU sports, follow the Daily Eastern News on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and YouTube, and check out our website, dailyeasternnews.com.